This episode is brought to you by Kai Kava infused, naturally sourced, non-GMO. In a stressed out world full of uppers and stimulants, Kai proves that more energy isn't always the answer. Drink Kai. This podcast is also brought to you by Aloha Jewels by Rose. Ocean-inspired, authentic, gorgeous gemstone jewelry, handmade. Rose is a computer scientist turned jewelry designer. At Aloha Jewels, you will find personalized jewelry made with the best quality materials and best craftsmanship. This podcast is also brought to you by Dackle, not your average island clothing store. DackleShop.com. Check them out. This podcast is also brought to you by Nesian Built. Nesian Built is a unique brand that incorporates all three regions of the Pacific, Melanesia, Micronesia, and Polynesia, into one. They strive to unite and represent all of the islands connected by the Pacific through their fitness and island lifestyle gear. NesianBuilt.com. Check them out. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the SupaflySua podcast. This is your boy, SupaflySua.
And your boy back here with TUF in the building, ready to get this podcast going.
Gee, it has been a while, sir. It's been a while with this coronavirus, COVID-19, and everyone shutting down and opening back up. It's been a while, but we are back, and we are not alone, sir. We came here with our special guests from the block. The TUF Block. Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for our boys, Monikkz and DJ.
We appreciate y'all
from the block, baby.
I appreciate y'all.
Yeah. So you guys, so DJ and Monikkz here got a podcast called the TUF Block Podcast. Check it out on all podcasts.
Yes, sir. Spotify, YouTube, everything.
Yes, sir. And they also recently got on YouTube as well. Check them out, TUF Block Podcast. They're also on all social media as well. Monikkz and DJ, these guys are
idiots.
I was going to say idiots. I was going to say, if you grew up with brothers, this is your podcast because it's brother shit. It's brothers sports to just random. I heard doodle jokes. These guys go in, yo. So it's a great podcast. We listen to it all the time, bro. We're always on it. Sure. We're always on it. You guys got great guests, great talks. Exactly. Let's talk about the beginning. How did we figure podcast? Because podcast is new, especially for us Pacific Islanders. Well, take us back. How'd it go?
Well, for me, man, I've been a fan of podcasts for a long time. Like, I've been watching Joe Rogan for like at least 10 years now.
Yes, sir.
At least 10 years now. And I feel like all the podcasts I listen to, like over 100 of them, and I was like, you know what? Maybe we should just do our... Well, first DJ came up with this iGuy Media thing. And I was like...
And that's like your guys' like entertainment group or...
Right,
like
right.
visuals? Okay.
It's like a...
like our digital platform.
Right on. And I was like, man, we need to do a podcast. First we had a group podcast, but I like to do like, you know, little stuff here and there, like games and stuff. So I was like, maybe we should do our own. And that's kind of how it happened for at least my side.
Yeah, for the podcast side, like you said, he put me on to podcasting. Before, it's like, what the fuck is a podcast? You know what I mean? Like, you really don't know it. Then you start getting into listening to real big topics, especially like you said, Joe Rogan. He talks to everybody.
Yeah, he does.
So we're like, man, we don't want to limit ourselves if we were going to get into this. Originally, the I Got Media idea, so I was working at Ghost Bike. Anybody that's here in Vegas, especially if you're downtown, they know Ghost Bike is like, that's like the popping spot. But our whole security team is all Polynesian. We're all Samoan or we're all Tongan or even some Micronesians as well.
Facts.
But every day we would just be flaming each other. We'd be talking shit. We'd be just roasting each other on, like, unrelentlessly. Even the customers. Like, if you would give us shit, we would flame your ass and then send you on your way. And then I was like, there's no way. And then Roast Me from All Dev Digital was at its peak. Me and my boy Few, shout out to my boy Few, we were sitting there like, man, we would kill some of these fools that's on that show. And then we just started playing with an idea, like maybe we should make something for our people, you know, build a platform. And then my brother brought up the podcast idea, and I was like, it's a simple way that we can start a media. It's a way that we could get our voice already heard. And, I mean, we like telling dick jokes, you know?
Pretty much.
So
it
was easy.
Jokes.
Right.
Yeah,
it was easy.
Hell yeah.
But it all just started just from from roasting each other at work,
That's what's
Yeah,
up.
and that's
man.
like roasting is like an everyday thing for you guys.
Yeah.
Huh? You already know it's
That's
like
what everybody
it's
has.
natural to us.
I mean, especially with Polynesians, like
Common, yeah.
most Polynesians, we know how to use our mouthpiece because we can talk shit. Because
Yeah.
you ain't gonna get flamed as bad as
Exactly.
some of the aunties and uncles be
Yeah.
flaming you.
For real.
Hey,
They be
shout out.
flaming us out of nowhere.
They really do.
Walk in the house and just flame us right there.
They really do.
Bro, you could walk up with your homies and they were like, "Hey, don't forget who wiped your ass when you were 2." I'm like, don't tell nobody.
Yeah, man. I've had my mom come in while me and my boys are playing. She says, how come the dishes aren't washed? I'm like, oh, you out. I was like, sorry guys, y'all gotta go.
Y'all gotta get out of here.
y'all
It's
gonna
about
get
to
whoopings
go
right after
down.
y'all still even get out of here.
Like, please take me with you.
For real, yo. That's what's up, man. Yeah, podcast has been really new for us. Like we've been listening to them. I didn't know it was a podcast. I thought it was just a radio.
Right.
You know what I mean? So it's crazy. This whole platform is crazy, and also with all the other Pacific Islanders, everyone got something different. I love it. I love it. So we like you said, we're out here in Vegas. Both of us out here in Vegas.
Hell yeah.
And with all that's going on, the atmosphere out here, man. With this protesting and right after COVID-19, now this.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's like, dang, we're in June now, and I'm like, what we got next? You know what I mean? How you guys affected, or how's life been changing since this whole
Thing started.
whole thing? Sorry, I'm thinking with COVID-19 now with the protests and
Yeah,
everything.
Yeah.
But for me, it's been great, honestly, because just being home, I get to spend a lot of time with my son. So,
Facts.
Hell yeah.
because I hate being at work, bro, and it's like I get a call. Hey, guess what he did? I'm like, I don't even want to hear it, man. I don't even want to hear it.
Just record it and send.
Yeah, just send it,
Bro,
man.
that's crazy.
I don't even want to hear it. But what did he do?
What?
Go on.
Exactly. What's up, man?
So it's been a blessing for me.
And what about the protest?
For the protest, man, it's affected my personal household pretty hard. What's been going on, especially when it happened. I could say I feel like everybody's scared right now, and on both sides, at least in my view. And I don't know, man. I just hope everything ends soon.
Yeah. For me,
Change happens.
with
right
COVID-19, I didn't get to stop working. I had to work all the way through because we're the only dispensary open in the whole city because we got to drive through.
You were right,
that's
bro.
what-
Yeah, so we were doing nothing but working, but through that, it actually helped me advance in this career. Because you got to show up and show out for the store, and
Exactly.
a lot of people were falling out because they got scared of COVID. A lot of people have
Yeah.
old folks at home; they got to worry about. They got younger kids at home. They don't want to take that risk, so it allowed different avenues for me to advance in the company. So it's been a blessing, low key.
Right on.
When it comes to the whole protest and everything, I mean, honestly, what did we expect? We've been going peacefully at this thing for how many years? I mean, Trayvon Martin was how long ago?
Yeah,
and we're
that shit is crazy.
man.
we're still going through this. You know what I mean? Like,
When you change.
it's a change of heart. That's what we need. And to be honest, I think this COVID-19 thing was the best thing because I think, at least with Americans, we moved too fast. We needed to slow down as a community so we can fix everything at home.
We needed a pause.
Yeah, COVID-19
Definitely
forced people to be home, so that I hope that people use that opportunity to have conversations with their kids, have a conversation with their family. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's what we should have used COVID-19 for, but then
Great
led us into this.
opportunity for that.
Yeah,
To fix everything at home, make sure relationships are on the same page.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
exactly.
try to make bonds closer. Like
Yeah.
if you guys are not that close at home, this is the time to fix it right now.
Right.
Like, you can actually go and do something together, like for
Hell yeah. I mean,
for a
even,
change.
even if you fix it at home, then it won't appear in public. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah,
Exactly,
if you
man.
fix racism or those kind of conversations at home, then we probably wouldn't be going through this shit that we're going through now,
But that's also the same answer I felt since the beginning for COVID-19, right?
Yeah.
If you guys would have just stayed at home,
Yeah, that's true.
fixed it for the first, everybody just for 2 weeks, just chill.
Yeah.
Then what happens,
And everyone went back to normal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Back to normal, man.
With to us, we have no problems with the peaceful protests and the marches and stuff like that. But now you got people looting, You got vandalism, people abusing cops.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? We're not anti-police, but how do you feel about that? That's it was tough because like I love the protest. Any protest, I love it because it's great unity.
Speaks
you
your
know,
mind.
But then like I hate it when people take advantage of it
For sure.
for looting. See, I understand the looting. I you know what I mean? Like, bro, you can go do that at the White House. Go right at the White House or the Capitol. That's the problem. You know what I mean? But I seen because I'm on TikTok now, guys.
Oh yeah, hey, I know. Hey,
I don't know what the difference is. I really don't. But this the For You thing, like they show videos that they recommend that you watch. You know, I'm scrolling through and I'm seeing all the protests. I'm like, wow, this is beautiful. I love it. Everyone from all 50 states, they just put it out today. All 50 states had a protest, and then as I'm scrolling, you start seeing like fights. You start seeing dudes running out from Target. You know what I mean? I was like, whoa, like why? Why? What do you feel about it? How do you feel about that? The looting and stuff like.
It's I feel it's unfortunate, man. I don't condone it at all, but I feel like we said, there's gonna be people that take advantage of the situation, and for the protest, man, it's been beautiful to see, especially like the ones that you see where the cops kneel with them or march with them.
I love that one.
That's amazing.
That's
amazing.
what I like to see.
Yeah. So I think the unity is what we need, and I think something like that had to happen for change to happen. You know, we can't stay silent anymore.
Yeah.
Exactly.
I mean, it when it comes to protesting, like I said, it is about damn time. But it's kind of cool because now we're literally writing our own history book.
Yeah.
Like you read about this stuff all the time, and like they teach you in school, but we're actually doing it now.
Right.
And it's about that time. Like I said, we've been doing this thing for too long where people are dying by the hands of cops. And like we said, we're not against cops, but there are bad ones out there that take authority too far. You know?
Right.
So I think it's very important. The looters, I mean, me personally, I believe whatever energy you throw out in the world is gonna come right back.
Yeah.
If you go out looting, I just pray that whatever comes back to you, it won't be too bad. But
right.
You already know.
Yeah, man, that's the thing that kills me. And then
You think coronavirus and the looting had to do something with it, like how people lost their jobs?
Yeah.
Oh, for sure.
You know, they're like, fuck, man.
I didn't even think of it
got
that
no
way.
money. You know.
well, I mean,
need to go out.
mental health has been a crazy thing, especially lately. Because before, no one talked about mental health.
Yeah,
Now,
yeah,
now mental health has been like a key point. And
Right.
you got a lot of those people that have mental health issues, and they were stuck to be at home during
depression.
COVID-19. So
Depression.
they're probably going crazy, depression, like
Yeah,
you
you
said.
already know.
yeah, but it's just. I mean, there's nothing we can do about it. There's nothing we can control when it comes to protests and who shows up.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because like. We're happy that there's a lot of people were peacefully protesting, but then you get guys who are there for clout, like we talked about the other day or yesterday. They're for clout, and there's a video of a lady taking a picture, like doing a photo op in front of the T-Mobile, dude. I was like,
that was crazy.
Jeez, yo. Like, what are you there for? Like, the march is over here. Come over here, you know. That's so what a lot of people will find out soon is yesterday. We were featured on the TUF BLOCK podcast, and not only ourselves, it was the FT podcast, Aisle 7 podcast, and Danny Boy from For the Culture podcast, and it was beautiful. Yeah. I loved it. I loved it. You guys, it was great people, great perspectives, great topics. It was great. Check it out. Again, TUF BLOCK podcast. It'll be on YouTube, all the social media platforms, all the podcast platforms. Tap in on that because we had great conversations. I'm not gonna repeat them all because you can watch it. Right. So go and check it out. But it was nice, yo. I loved it. I loved it. I love getting together with people and sharing.
And that was our first time doing it too.
Yeah, that was our first time. That was our first time doing Zoom, bro. I was tripping. I was like,
oh yeah, that was the first time.
I was like, bro, what time is it? He's like, so we time already. I was like, the video came over like. Can you hear me?
I know we were dying laughing at that.
Dial in, I'm like, or call in or something. I was like, I ain't trying to call nobody. Like, I'm trying to get in here.
Yeah. I mean, it is a weird little app, but it's useful, man.
Big time.
And it was the first time I ever been on like a video call with hella people that didn't involve with like a get rich quick scheme, you know.
Right.
So it's kind of cool, man. It's just like-minded people, man.
Yeah, for real, man.
Yeah.
That's what it was a great talk. Again, go check it out, TUF BLOCK PODCAST. Go check it out. Watch it on YouTube so you can see our faces. Because there's a lot of laughing in that show, but it was great and I love that. Another thing I want to bring up was it's really weird. I don't know how I feel about it with the whole protest thing, but there were some videos out there that were feeling like some of that stuff was set up.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah,
there was a
crazy.
video of a pile of bricks, a perfect pallet of bricks right in front of the courthouse. Like, and they said there was no construction there. There's no need. Why is it planted perfectly there?
Yeah.
What do you think about that?
This morning they found a pile of bricks in front of City Hall here in Vegas.
What?
No way.
Yeah.
That is
Yeah,
crazy.
so
man.
I don't know who's doing it, or if it's like a collective thing. There was a video that I did see. It was actually a cop truck. I don't know where this is at, but the backside had a cover, but they slid it over and it was filled with bricks. Wow. So I don't know if some cities, some police officers might be setting people up.
Yeah.
I mean, that video could have been taken any other way, you know.
Yeah, but
I mean, somebody's out here, you know,
Hey,
they're provoking this.
Yeah.
All eyes on
Yeah.
them, man.
Yeah.
Shit, that's crazy.
I'm seeing all these videos like, look, there's a police officer like breaking a window, but then I'm like, I'm always on both sides,
Yeah.
so I'm always like, well, why is he doing that? You know, find out the story before.
For sure.
You know, I'm not gonna take you. I don't know who you are. You know, you just filming anything, but it does look kind of sketchy.
Yeah.
There's like two guys on the lookout, and one guy just like chopping down
Yeah.
his window. I'm like,
That's just
I
crazy,
don't, dude, that's scary. That's scary though. Another thing was Antifa.
Yeah.
You know, so like,
Yeah.
and how what a perfect opportunity for Antifa that, you know, there's a Black Lives Matter
Yep.
protest going on, and they can just infiltrate, you know, come on inside and use this time to start, you know, terrorizing the place.
For sure.
Because I know they're anti-fascist movement, but they're always down to fight. Like, they're always down to start trouble. There's a
Yeah.
video of a guy like paying off some rioters to go get this and go get that. You know,
Yeah.
so they're thinking, well, is he Antifa? Like, well, you know, it's
Yeah.
like, man, it's just so crazy.
Cold
that-
ass world, man.
Because like I can't believe that a protest can lead to you know, a police building going on fire, you know, Target break. I mean, I get the opportunity because I know a lot of people out there are young.
Yeah.
A lot of high schoolers I see out there.
For
Like,
sure.
young. The youth is out there. You know what I mean?
Exactly,
And what, you know, they're easily influenced too. So if they see one person break it down, they're gonna go break it down. You know, but
For
who's
sure.
that one person?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I know.
Like,
I know.
who's the one
all
that's
it
starting
takes
it?
is that one person.
And my brother could probably touch on this more, but we were just talking about it too. It's just crazy because the way that we were raised, especially as Polynesians, you know, you always love your other
yeah.
person.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying? You always show love. Like, it's
love.
still crazy for us that there is another side.
Yeah.
You know?
It is. That-
And,
that's-
Yeah.
We were just talking about it yesterday.
yeah, man.
Yeah, I got to experience actually today I actually through this whole thing since it started, a lot of my friends and on social media, and I'm not gonna name any names, and places that I go to, institutions that I go to.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna name any names, but just putting out some really racist stuff and really heartless things, and it's, if I felt it was too long that I just sat there and didn't say anything about it and just shake hands with these people and hang out with these people. So I made a post that's basically saying that you know, my views on the situation, and I basically put unfriend me if you feel some type of way, because we're obviously on different sides of history.
Exactly.
So I lost a lot of friends since today.
Mm.
Some people have reached out to me and didn't like some of the words I said, but
Wow.
it's just crazy
Wow.
that there actually is another side that's arguing
Yeah.
this is right, and saying like one life is like for example like the looters as we're talking to about, they quick to blame the protesters on the looters, and look what you guys are doing now.
Mm-hmm.
You guys changed the whole narrative on the George Floyd situation. Now nobody cares. That's some of the people that were actually putting this.
Right.
Now no one cares because you guys are looting. They said America was on your side until that. And I'm like, how can you put that on just black people
Right.
when there's plenty of videos of white people looting as well?
Wow.
So it's like you just ignore them and just
Mhm.
straight blame it on one side. It's just crazy. I couldn't stand for it anymore, so I felt I had to say something.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that was just today,
Good for
man.
you.
Respect on that.
I mean,
It's
especially with
respect.
you, bro. I mean, my nephew, his son. I mean, he's half black,
That's
so of
right.
course it's gonna hit a
wrong.
lot more personal. You know what I mean?
Exactly, man.
Like that, like what he's speaking on is out of protection of his child and his
course.
wife. You know,
Of
like
course,
right on.
it's crazy that people don't put those perspectives into play when they say things. You know, it's just,
Yeah.
it's crazy, man. Crazy world, man.
It's
It's
crazy.
cold,
Yeah,
man.
the-
It's cold.
that
Cold
whole
world.
concept of like the other side, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's just so weird. Like, I grew up in Alaska. I grew up in Alaska. In Alaska, if you live in Alaska, nothing happens in Alaska, right? Everything that happens here on the lower 48s, we're watching TV. You
Right.
know, everything. It's weird for me to be out here, but in Alaska, I mean, I'm sure there's been racism, I'm sure, but it's just not as open as, you know, lower 48s. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
Wait,
yes,
y'all call us lower 48?
yeah, lower 48s.
Hey, that's like
Hawaii calls them
Mainland.
mainland.
yeah,
Yeah,
for
yeah,
sure.
yeah.
Straight
We call you
mainland.
guys lower 48s.
Lower
We
48.
don't even count.
That's
We don't even count 49 on
Nah.
nah. 48. But yeah, it's and I can't speak for everyone in
Yeah.
Alaska. I grew up in a good spot. You know what I mean? I was raised with a lot of predominantly white neighborhoods, predominantly white friends. So I didn't get to see what, like, if you're from Anchorage, the north side, the east side, the west side, all the other sides. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
But the majority of it, like, we're just watching you guys. You know, like,
Yeah.
man, that's crazy what's going on over there. That's crazy what's going on over there. But it's just weird to know that there's another side to it. You know, with a lot of people get confused with Black Lives Matter. They focus more on the black
Yeah.
than the matter.
Yeah.
Isn't that weird?
Especially,
I was like,
man.
I had this conversation earlier this week because I had to let them understand. I think it's all lives. I mean, Black Lives Matter too.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Like, you got
Mhm.
it's that perspective. It's
Yeah,
not like
exactly.
just Black Lives Matter. No,
Yeah,
it's
for
Black
sure.
Lives Matter too, because it seems like you guys are forgetting.
For sure.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, bro.
But
Everyone's
it's so
just
weird when I'm
quick
like
to
listening to these guys like
Say all lives
rant.
matter, but then
They're ranting, and it's like you're ranting the black part. Like,
Yeah.
he's like, no, all lives matter, all of us. I was like, whoa, hold on. I don't think you get what we're doing here. You know what I mean? So it blows my mind, and it's crazy that you get to see in person. I see mine was off of videos, you know, listening to those guys, but to see it in person, well, I commend you for standing up. I know that's family to you now,
Yeah.
but still, like, there's a lot of people out there that's scared. You know,
Yeah,
they're
for
afraid
sure.
to stand up, afraid to say something. But the more we do that, you know, more people like you do that, I think it'll you know, world will change. That's just sad. I can't imagine.
One step at a time, was.
Yeah, right.
Right,
One step at a time.
And I think it's sad. It's really, really sad that why don't people realize it's sad we have to say that at all.
Yeah.
That Black Lives Matter. Why do we have to say that
Yeah.
at all?
Yeah.
Like, everybody knows, is conscious and well aware that this is going on. Everybody
Yeah.
across the board.
Mm-hmm.
And
oh,
it's
yeah, you see it all over the
yeah,
world.
everywhere. And I don't know. It's just sad. We shouldn't have to say that at all.
Yeah. I saw this old video. I think it was Jane. I forgot her name.
Oh, with the test.
Pretty much. Well, she was a civil rights activist, and she was in front of a crowd of white people, and it was like in an auditorium, and she had asked everyone. She said, "Raise your hand if you would want to be treated how black people are treated by police," and nobody in the crowd raised their hand. Yeah. So she repeated it. She's like, "You know what I'm asking you, so I'm gonna ask you again." So she asked the question again. Nobody raised their hand. So people do and are aware of what's going on,
Yeah.
but they choose to ignore, and they choose to still. I mean, look at what's his name? The guy in New York City. Where
Eric
he was-
Garner.
Oh
No.
Yeah,
Where he was walking through the park and
Amy
some-
something. I forgot. Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, the Balangi lady just
Like,
tripped
she already
up.
knew.
Oh, yeah.
She already knew what would work.
Yeah.
I'll call the cops and tell them that you know that you're black and you're threatening, because it was like, whoa, you know what to do.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
They're
it's already
tripping.
programmed.
Yeah.
Like that's the thing that sucks, is like same thing with my sons. When they get to a certain age, we're gonna have conversations with them like, this is how you need to move in the world because people look at you this way.
Yeah.
But if we're having that conversation and I hate to say it like that, but if white people already have that mental that's their escape card, that's their get out of jail free card, that means that's already taught at home.
Yeah,
Exactly.
That means that somebody in your family told you to do that because you could get away with whatever the fuck you're doing. Well, I don't mean to cuss, my bad.
No,
Yeah.
fuck it.
Racism isn't something that you're born with.
Yeah.
It's something you're taught.
Yeah,
For sure. Exactly.
And even me personally, throughout my life, I've had a lot of run-ins with the cop. Like I don't hate cops at all. I have a lot of jiu-jitsu homies that are cops.
Mm-hmm.
Great people. But I see the other side as well. I've been put on the hood of cars for nothing.
Mm-hmm.
There was a fight that went on in high school. You know, everybody's watching.
Yeah.
Yep.
Cops come and put me on the hood.
Yep.
It's just been multiple different situations throughout my life. Football bags, walking to fucking 2-a-days.
Yeah.
And the cops stop you, search your whole bag.
Yeah.
There's obviously pads and the helmet in there.
Jeez.
It's just
Crazy,
Hey,
man.
you want to see my dirty underwear? Go ahead.
I mean,
You walk around with dirty underwear?
After practice.
Yeah. Nah.
Hopefully not before.
Damn.
it's just
man.
crazy, man. It's just crazy to see.
Yeah.
it is.
You got a cop story?
Yeah, that exactly what happened. I was there was a high school fight that was going on across the street because they don't do it on the school property.
Mm-hmm.
And the fight was over like 30 minutes, but somebody that lived in the house close to it called the cops. And the cops pulled up and just straight didn't ask no questions, just grabbed me, put me in handcuffs and put me on the hood.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, what are you guys doing? I wasn't, everybody was screaming at them. He wasn't even part of it.
Wow.
They looked my name up and they held me on there for like at least an hour and then finally let me go. But I'm just like, different situations like that have happened to me. That's at school, at pretty much anywhere, man.
Mm-hmm.
And it's just, it's crazy that we have to live in fear that if we make the wrong move, something could happen, man. Because I got lucky that day, but there's other people that we've seen, obviously, that didn't have that same look.
Wow.
It sucks because we're originally from LA, by way of Carson and Pomona. We moved out here. My parents moved us out here, and before I didn't even know what racism was. I mean, I was still young, but then Vegas, low key, when we first moved there, was really, really, really bad racism wise. I mean, at least in our experience.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Like one time, me and my father, we were. He does tile, so we were doing a side job. They just saw 2 brown people in a house that was unoccupied, but the owner, he rents it out.
Mm-hmm.
So he was just asking us to upgrade it. So my dad was doing tile work. I was only like 12.
Mm-hmm.
I was just doing a little side work. You know, he needed a helper. So next thing you know, you just hear a big ass pound on the door. Boom, boom, boom. I go and answer it. And I already have a cop's gun already in my face. As soon as I open the door, I'm only 12. Puts me up against the door, puts me in cuffs, puts my dad in cuffs. Walk all over my desk. That's when my dad was pissed about more. He's like, man, I just did all this shit and I gotta redo it.
Yeah, that's some bullshit.
Yeah, it wasn't
right
even
there.
fully set. But it was all because a neighbor down the street saw 2 brown people in a house that didn't belong to them.
That's crazy.
Yeah,
bro.
like if you mind your own business, you know, that's
yeah.
all it is. It just it sucks, man. We've unfortunately had a lot of run-ins with cops that way.
Bad ones, not cops, bad ones.
Bad cops. There you go.
Yeah.
And
Sorry, that happened to
yeah,
you.
I mean, it's part of life, but that's one thing you gotta educate yourself on how you move.
And that's why that shit is going on right now.
For sure.
I don't have a bad cop story, but from my side, it's more like I'm in fear because I've seen what everyone else has seen. So even I think I got pulled over because my tags had expired a couple months, and I was scared for some reason. I was like, my hands are on 10 and 2. Like, and I'm looking at the mirror like, please don't be bad. Please don't be bad. You know, like, but why would I have, why should I?
Yeah.
Why should I have to do that? You know,
Yeah.
I had my wallet, my ID up there. I had everything set up so he can just come do it. I'm not touching.
Yep.
And I'm a grown. I was probably 22, 23. You know what I mean? Like, why would I have to worry about that? So it's like, it's just like,
Came over, like, yeah, your tags really are expired. Like, don't worry about it. It's really expired.
but yeah, but I was like, man, you know, it's just the fear, and I hate that other people gotta be scared for those who are supposed to protect and serve.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
man.
Well, I mean, we're not. First of all, we're not police experts at all.
Not at all.
We just got our experiences. What would you do different? You know, I know the training process we talked about you know, what would you hope to do different if you had control of the police department?
Me personally, absolutely everybody needs to be trained jiu-jitsu and practice it on the regular, because it's something that can slip away if you don't keep on doing it. And honestly, I believe jiu-jitsu kills anybody's ego, because you're constantly going there and get choked, so that could help on a lot of ego side of it.
Hell yeah.
And yeah, because I hear the other side from some of my friends, and they're on high alert on every situation. So I get it. I like everything. You're worried that something might happen to you. You don't know either. But it's just tough, man. I don't have the answers personally, but definitely training for sure.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, training would probably be the biggest one. I mean,
control. Not, you don't have to shoot, just control the situation.
That's it.
Yeah, and if not, aim for the legs.
Yeah,
aim for the
that's
legs.
what I'm saying, for real.
That's what I was saying, man.
I mean, when it comes to that's the thing that sucks. Like I said, when we were when I was bouncing.
Oh, my bad. No, you good?
Damn, fool. No, no.
Professional.
So
You
when
can
I
take
was,
it if you want to.
No.
when I was bouncing in, they teach us. We were actually taught by a retired chief from San Diego, and he tells us the same thing that happened to George Floyd. Never have more than one person on whoever you're arresting on their back because of asphyxiation. Like we're taught that. Like I'm a bouncer, so how am I taught that?
Right.
But then our police force is doing the same thing. Like that's one thing that they tell us. If you have more than one or two people on a patron's back, you could be looking up to 15 to 20 years jail time. So you telling me this, but then you're not telling that to the same, or even if you are, they're not practicing it.
Yeah.
Exactly.
So
man.
to be honest, I think it just comes from the top. When you have a president, and I don't want to get too political, but when you have a president that's talking like, if you loot, we shoot, you're going to have cops that are already in their mental, or we're going in there guns blazing.
Yeah, because they...
You got some gun-ho cops out
yeah.
there, too.
Yeah, they're ready. They locked and loaded, man.
Yeah. Like we can't support that. You know, like it has to come from the top. Like we don't support this. We're not going to take that, and we're going to clean and wipe everything clean.
Yeah.
Like
it
that
just
has
makes
to
the
come from the
situation even worse.
For sure.
Like, you know?
I mean, same thing like poly parents.
Yeah.
If a mom and dad tell you, don't touch that shit, you better not touch that shit or you're going to get your ass whooped. Like, we need that power back. And they make it seem like they still have that power, but they use it in their own advantages. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, I mean, like I said, if The Rock becomes president, it might change.
This guy, Rock.
Hey, Uncle Rocky, hit me up, man.
Uncle Rocks.
Yeah, man. And it's hard because, like, you know, like you said, it comes from the top, but then also, like, every precinct has their top.
Yeah.
Every building has their top.
Exactly.
You know, every squad has their top. And it's like, and then to me, I think a background check, like a big, deep in background check. I don't care if you're just a police officer. I don't care if you're just a patrol officer, you know. Find out who their friends are. Find out what, you know, if any trouble, you know, who do you hang out with? What do you do? Check out their social media page.
Absolutely.
You know, like the real deep in. Don't just take anybody, because I know they be taking anybody. I tried out for Anchorage Police Department, but the process took too long, so I stopped. Because it was like, no, this process was 6 months. I'm like, for the interview, it was like the whole process. Yeah, so I did the test, passed the test, and even doing the test, I'm like looking around like, who y'all think y'all caught? Even me too. Like, but I'm just saying, like, I'm picturing everyone in a uniform, and not everyone in that room should be in a uniform.
Right.
I was like,
in a room now,
it was like after the test, then it was a physical. So we're at the physical, and you know, you gotta do laps, and you gotta do push-ups, and I'm looking at these guys, I'm talking to these guys, and no one likes to talk.
Yeah.
It's like, what's up, man? Where you from? I'm from North. Okay, you want to be an officer? Like, you can't talk to me? Like, I'm just talking to you, you know? So it's just weird. So it's like they got that recruit process and that, you know, bringing in, I think, to me, they got to do a better job at that and find out who these people are. Because, man, I seen some videos of dudes who are, like, ready to shoot. He's like, come on, let's go. Tell me, put me in, coach, you know?
Yeah, definitely don't know how to
That's
handle the
scary.
situation, man.
Because, like, another thing is power trip. Now, I don't know anybody personally, but I can just think, because I've worked with people and I've on certain projects and stuff, and if, you know, so if they're not getting power, say, this is, for instance, this is one certain thing I just popped in my head. If, say, they're at home and they don't get power from home,
Mm-hmm.
You know, they feel powerless at home.
For sure.
And they're a cop.
For sure.
If they feel powerless at their, you know, something somewhere else, you know, but then they're a cop.
Yeah.
And then as you're a cop, I got this badge, I got this gun, I'm power now, you know what I mean? And then you find an opportunity where like, let me get this guy, you know what I mean? And then at least, you know, like,
it is.
Oh man, it's hard.
It
is a hard job. I did loss prevention. I love loss prevention. That's like my dream job.
Yeah,
I love it. They just don't pay well.
Yeah,
they just don't pay. But I love it. But now I'm not saying that's law enforcement. But like the whole like I'm gonna approach this guy because he stole some jeans.
right.
But he could have a gun.
For sure.
He could have a knife. I've been hit with a knife. The dude had a gun, but he never pulled it out. The worst one was bear spray. And I'm following this guy out, and I didn't have the comms, so no one told me, hey, yo, he has bear spray in his right hand. All I know is you got the ammo. You're not supposed to take ammo.
Yeah.
I'm going to come and get you, you know?
For
So
sure.
wait till we go outside. I'm like, I go out to reach him. He turns around and goes, all you see from the video camera is this big orange cloud of, and all of us drop to the ground. We're like, and I'm like looking at him, and he's coughing on the ground, too. I'm like, leave him alone. Let him go. You know what I mean? So I totally get where you know them risking their life and being on high alert. I totally get it, but man, it's just I wish they can do better.
For sure.
I wish they
To be honest, just speaking on Las Vegas cops, I think there should probably be a high requirement then. I mean, if you talk about power trips, a lot of these angry cops are usually like 5'2".
Yeah,
you know what I'm
see,
saying?
that's powerless and
Yeah, so
dudes out here saying I'm Metro, man. Get out of my way.
yeah, like some I don't know, man. Someone would just gotta get a ego check or something, bro. Like we live in Vegas, bro. You could get yourself a pretty little girl and calm down. You know what I mean? I'm just saying.
Got
Like,
the answers. DJ got the answers.
nah, I'm just saying. I see you at Ghost Mike. No,
Ghost right there. That's what's up, man. Yeah, man. It's just a sad time. And literally when they say 2020, I'm like, bro, it sucked.
Which chapter?
Exactly. Every chapter just sucked. I don't know if Jesus coming soon or
we're waiting for the Avatar.
Bro, I don't know what's going on, but man,
Last Airbender.
We're praying that it gets better, y'all. This episode is brought to you by Kai Vi, kava infused, naturally sourced, non-GMO. In a stressed out world full of uppers and stimulants, Kai Vi proves that more energy isn't always the answer. Drink Kai Vi. This podcast is also brought to you by Aloha Jewels by Rose. Ocean-inspired, authentic, gorgeous gemstone jewelry, handmade. Rose is a computer scientist turned jewelry designer. At Aloha Jewels, you will find personalized jewelry made with the best quality materials and best craftsmanship. This podcast is also brought to you by Dackle, not your average island clothing store. DackleShop.com. Check them out. This podcast is also brought to you by Nesian Built. Nesian Built is a unique brand that incorporates all three regions of the Pacific, Melanesia, Micronesia, and Polynesia, into one. They strive to unite and represent all of the islands connected by the Pacific through their fitness and island lifestyle gear. NesianBuilt.com. Check them out. Man, let's talk sports, yo. Because here are the Tough Block Podcast, man. If you listen, tune in to Tough Block Podcast, TUF Podcast with DJ and Monikkz. And, man, these guys talk sports. Now, I thought I knew about sports. Dang, these guys go deep. They had a mock draft, and they actually got the first 3 or 4 right.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yo, hey, at least you got it right, man.
I was right, though.
I was like, because Dolphins could have done anything.
For sure.
You know what I mean? And Cincinnati could have done anything.
Yeah.
But what do you think about Burrow?
About who?
Burrow.
Joe.
Oh, Joe.
First
I
pick.
think he's the truth.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Arm strength isn't great, but he's just a winner, and it's hard to beat that. Like Tim Tebow proved, you can. There's people that just know how to win, you know, and I think Joe has that.
Work beats talent.
Sure.
I'll go in debate mode here, and don't answer this because you're Polynesian, sir. Joe Burrow or Tua?
Tua,
Really?
100%. Watching their footwork, their mechanics, his arm strength, his ball placement, Tua just has it all. And before the injury, he was really that guy. Like,
For sure.
you watch him, just looking at him like as his mechanics by itself. Man, he reminds me like of Russell Wilson so much, so much.
For sure.
Low
Bro,
body.
he's so natural, dude.
Yeah.
Like, he's at that NFL level, man.
Yep. Low center of gravity when he throws. I love his mechanics, man. I think he's possibly gonna be a Hall of Famer.
Hell yeah.
Okay, now I'm gonna play devil's advocate. I'm a big Tua fan. Tua, if you ever see this, and the Dolphins ever come down to Vegas, hey, holla at your bud.
Hey, and I know cannabis is legal in the NFL, so hit me up.
I'm gonna play devil's advocate, and I do this a lot just to rile up the boys when we mix. You know? Tua's great. He's a great guy, great talent, great legs, great arm, great mindset. But isn't it easier if you have the best receivers in the country? Isn't it easier if you have a lot of the great O-linemen in the country? See, Alabama is top.
Defense, too.
If you ever get a scholarship from Alabama, you're a dumbass if you say no.
For sure.
But Alabama don't just go picking nobodies. They
sure.
pick the best of the best, or they try to get the best of the best
Right.
against a competitive school. So, I mean, could it just be because he has the best?
Here's my debate on that is before Tua got there, Alabama was never a passing team.
Exactly.
They had the best running offensive line. They had the best running backs. Look at all the running backs that came out of the house.
Over,
All of a sudden, Tua comes into the building. Do you know any of the running backs that play there now?
Who is Julio Jones quarterback? Coke.
No, I don't know.
Boy that
McCarron?
played for.
Nah, not
Yeah, AJ
McCarron.
McCarron. No,
AJ? No, it's before
McCarron.
AJ.
Yeah.
But I'm just saying, like, they've been had talent, but nobody really took them there like Tua did.
Yeah, exactly.
You know?
bro.
Like even the receiver core, Julio Jones was only the big one. In between that and who they had now with Tua, there's nobody. You know what I mean? Tua changed that entire school. Yeah.
He made that offense deadly, bro.
For sure.
They
Even
could
the
run the
O-line.
ball and pass the ball.
Mhm.
Even the O-line, go in the NFL. How many of the O-line still played in the NFL longer than 3 years when they were a running dominant team?
Right.
Now look at the offensive line that they have now that when they had Tua. A lot of them are still playing.
Yep.
You know what I mean? So Tua really did change Alabama.
And my
He
view
did,
on it
bro.
too is look at his ball placement. That's what really separates him.
Yeah.
The ball placement. Like it could be anybody. Like if you just watch Judy, then sometimes they just run, put their hands out. It's right there. It could be anybody he's throwing to. He just has a great arm.
For sure.
Exactly. Everybody eats on that team.
Yeah.
Bro. Whenever Tua's in quarterback,
Yeah.
that's what I was saying.
Tuva always says this.
he
Everyone
feeds
eats
this.
on that team.
I
And it
told
does-
this dude, bro. I was like, bro, Tua's the next big thing, and then he always try to fucking throw me off. Joe Burrow. I'm like,
listen. I'm just
oh,
saying.
no, here we go.
Yeah, he always says this when we talk about Tua. Everyone eats. That's true. But I'm watching this guy's highlight, and he goes this hike, and the ball goes right over to the receiver, and of course he's gonna catch it. Well, all right, so say if he had trash receivers,
Yeah,
when you go to Dolphins, you're gonna have trash receivers.
for sure.
So that's what I'm saying. Like I know he's gonna be NFL. I know he's gonna be great, but is he gonna be great? Because not every team is like Alabama, where you got the best of the country and come on in. No, you're gonna Dolphins. They're trash, and you're starting from the bottom. Now, if he does rise up like Russell Wilson, that was perfect because Seattle won all that with. I mean, they did have Hasselbeck, but now like,
quarterbacks was not.
dude,
all that.
Russell, is killing it. So if he does end up like Russell, then that's great. But do you think he will?
I think he will.
You go ahead. You go.
And I think another example is in that same conference or division is DK Metcalf and AJ Brown and Jordan Ta'amu.
Yeah.
Look at the difference.
Bro.
Yeah.
Jordan Ta'amu and Tua
Tua.
Tagovailoa. No disrespect, Jordan.
Yeah.
But look at the
Yeah.
difference.
And I still remember when they had a showdown right there.
Yeah. Same.
Yeah.
Hey, Jordan showed out.
Jordan did,
Jordan
bro.
showed out.
He came
He
out flinging it, bro.
Yeah,
he
he
just sling it down the field, and was it AJ Brown, huh?
Yeah, AJ
Yeah.
Brown.
AJ Brown caught that first touchdown. I was like, okay, we having a battle here.
Yeah.
Tua just comes and just trash that whole team, bro. I'm like, damn, never mind.
No, the reason why I think Tua is going to succeed is because look, his freshman year, he didn't play the whole entire season.
Mhm.
He was behind
Exactly.
Jalen Hurts. Then he plays the national championship game.
Halftime.
Does terrible the first half, and then comes back that second half to win the whole.
Wow.
championship.
No, Jalen Hurts
No,
played the
no.
first
Jalen
half.
Hurts played the first half. Yeah.
They put
He
it-
was second.
they put
It
it
was
as-
bad.
They had
That
to
was
they had to
bad.
actually take Jalen out.
Yeah,
and
and
then
I
put
was
Tua
like,
in.
damn, they really putting Tua in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was like, holy shit.
That was.
And
Here
then
we
he
go.
threw that fade to the
Bro,
end zone.
yeah,
I was like, over.
Bro, after a sack, bro, after a 15-yard
Yeah,
sack,
that
and
part.
I was like,
Yeah.
there
Who was
you
it?
go.
Donovan Smith?
Yeah. Yeah. But that's what I'm
There
saying.
you
Like
go.
he already went through adversity with the biggest school in college football.
Exactly.
He gonna do the same thing with Miami. As long as he can stay healthy.
Yeah.
If he can
Yeah.
stay healthy, oh, it's over.
Yeah.
With Tom Brady out the building in that division, it's,
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
done.
It's
Bro.
crazy because he said if Alabama hadn't started him
Yeah.
and all that shit would have. Yeah, he would have went straight to SC, bro.
Should have came to SC.
Should have.
Our quarterbacks are terrible.
And you know,
SC would have been on top, bro.
Look at it this way too. Burrow has a harder time in the NFL right now compared to Tua.
Yeah.
Burrow's division is tough.
Bro, the pressure's on him.
Yeah.
His division is tough.
Pittsburgh,
bro.
Baltimore, Cleveland.
Lamar Jackson, bro. Like that's all you gotta say. Lamar Jackson.
Lamar Jackson for sure. And then you got Cleveland over here with, you know, they might have like one of the best running back duo. They got,
for
you know, Hunt and Chubb.
Mm-hmm.
That's a problem, bro.
Yes, sir.
That's a problem, especially Bengals defense, dog. Like,
Yeah,
their D line is, you know, their defense is all right, but you know they're gonna tear shit up.
Oh yeah.
Them and Lamar Jackson gonna definitely.
What's your
tear it
Super
up.
Bowl pick this year? If we had,
That's a tough one.
yeah,
Probably. Damn, that's tough because AFC is gonna be tough between Kansas City and Baltimore. I'm gonna go. Who's the other team that just picked the 2 fast ass receivers too
You talking
in
about
the NFC?
NFC?
Yeah.
You talk about
Someone just matched them with speed. I forget.
You talking what division?
I don't remember. But Chiefs is gonna be my AFC pick. Oh no, I think it's you guys. No, you guys didn't pick nobody yet.
No, we picked up.
Oh yeah, you a Niner fan too, huh?
Oh shit!
I'm sorry.
Yes,
Yes, sir.
Oh,
all of y'all.
Yes, sir.
Hey, bro.
Yes,
I'm gonna
sir.
see myself out there.
Yes, sir. Go ahead, man.
yeah, dude.
Nah, I think it's probably gonna be Kansas City versus San Fran again. Probably running back.
That's exactly what I think it's gonna
Yeah.
be. San Fran and KC or San Fran and Ravens.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
That Niner defense is too strong.
Way too
Way
good.
too strong.
How do you guys feel about Tampa Bay with Brady in the backfield?
I think
Gronk and OJ.
I think it's
I
the
don't-
Brooklyn
Gronk.
Nets.
Brooklyn.
Yeah.
I think it's the Brooklyn Nets when they get Kevin Garnett and Deron Williams and Paul Pierce.
KG.
I think everyone's like, man, they're about to go off, and then say, oh man, their age is showing. Hey, your age is showing.
Well, I mean, they still got Bruce Arians too, and
Oh,
Bruce
yeah,
Arians
that's
is
true.
not like
Yeah,
Bill
you're right.
Belichick. Bruce Arians might cuss Tom Brady out and just ruin that whole
Hell
thing.
yeah,
That's
bro.
true.
Yeah,
You're definitely right. Brady got weapons, man.
Yeah,
That's
for
true.
sure.
Not only tight ends, but
Chris
he got
Godwin.
Mike Evans,
Yeah,
Chris
Godwin.
Godwin, bro, and I forgot who they recently picked.
Nah, it's
up,
gonna be
but
fun to watch.
They got
That's gonna
weapons
be
for
fun,
sure.
yo.
Hell yeah.
Bruce Arians looks like he works at AutoZone.
He does. He does.
Bruce Arians looks like he's a manager at Planet Fitness.
Can I just get a check on my car real quick?
Bruce Arians, bro.
No, but if you guys ever get a chance, check out DJ Uyunglele.
Oh, hell
Yes,
he's
sir.
a freshman quarterback that just
Bosco.
signed on to Clemson.
Yes, sir.
He's about to take over.
Ooh.
Yeah,
Clemson,
he's
bro.
some one quarterback.
Yeah,
Yes,
he's-
sir.
So his uncle, his dad's brother, was my defensive coordinator in college.
Oh, no way.
Yeah, Yono
Oh,
Uyunglele. So
Oh,
I've seen
shit.
DJ since he was like 8. DJ was this tiny little thing.
Yeah.
And he was playing baseball at the time, and then they kept talking about this is gonna be the future of baseball. This is gonna be the future of baseball. And then all of a sudden, like his junior year, he fully committed to football.
Damn.
Yeah, out of all the schools, because I went to Mount Sac, which is a junior college in California, but that's like the Alabama of all JUCOs.
Oh wow.
Yeah, like Bruce Irvin, the linebacker.
Yeah.
Me and him were teammates.
Bruce Irvin,
Yeah,
bro.
Bruce
Dude,
Irvin.
what?
He's a
Antonio. What the hell's your name? He was a linebacker for the Giants for a long time. Antonio Pierce. He actually
Oh,
helped
what?
coach me when I was there. Yeah, he played. Man, there's stories about him. Delaney Walker, Chris
Oh, that's my
McAllister.
boy. Yeah.
We had a lot of great
What?
talent that went to my
That's
school.
cold.
Yeah, bro. Like they all come back too.
What school is this?
Mount Sac, Mount San
Mount Sac.
Antonio College. Shout
Oh,
out to my
shit.
Sac dogs.
Hey.
Yeah. So over there, I used to see DJ all the time, and they used to tell me all the time, like, DJ's gonna be the next big thing. DJ gonna be the next big thing. And now, if you watch his interviews, man, he makes Tua look like he's a sinner. Like he never
Wow.
talks about himself. That boy will put up 13 passes for 475 yards and 6 touchdowns on 13 passes, and all he'll talk about is how well his offensive line plays.
That's what I love. Maturity.
Bro.
for
Mhm.
sure.
He a big
Maturity,
boy
'cause,
too,
like,
bro.
This
Yeah,
is
yeah.
a big boys
He's a
game,
big
but there's a
boy.
lot of boys in
Yeah.
this
Sure.
game. You
Yeah.
know,
For sure.
that's crazy.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah,
man.
but that's all
Dude's-
taught at home. Like his dad, shout out to Big Dave. He used to be Chris Brown's personal bodyguard. So he tells us all the
Son.
stories.
What's up, Big Dave?
Hashtag
Yes, sir.
Rihanna started it.
Oh,
But, No, it all starts at home. Like Big Dave and his wife, like they preach and preach and preach to their sons, like humility and respect and all of that. And both DJ and his younger brother Mateo, I think Mateo committed to Oregon, and he's only a sophomore in high school.
Wow.
And he's same thing. He's like 6'5". No, D end.
The end.
Yeah, he's gonna.
Yeah.
You're right.
Yeah, he's a D end tight end. Yeah, but they're gonna take over football, man. Those are gonna be like our Joe Montanas in the sport. It was for real.
And you get to see a little bit of the background when he finally takes over the reins on Netflix. On that show, QB1.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
QB1,
He takes over the starting
show.
position.
Oh, he's on that?
Yeah.
Oh shit!
Yeah.
All right, I'll tap it.
He went to he played high school ball
St. John
at
Bosco.
St. John Bosco.
Oh,
That's
wow.
like top school. And
Yeah.
Yeah, they whipped Gorman's ass out here
okay.
bad.
They came out here and whooped Liberty too. Bro.
Yeah,
I was like,
Liberty. I know.
They the real deal, bro.
Yeah.
Real deal.
Dude, what?
Check him out. He's like 6'5", 245
DJ
quarterback.
A big boy. He got an
Yeah,
arm too.
Yeah.
And he can run.
And he can run.
And he
Hey,
can run.
even the quarterback from Modern Day.
Yeah.
Yeah, modern day.
He went to Alabama, right?
Did he go to
Yeah,
Alabama?
he went to Alabama.
Oh, you commit there?
He might
Yeah,
have.
he's
Oh,
about to be the
perfect.
starter next
Yeah.
year.
Damn.
Oh
Yeah.
shit.
We coming up, boys.
That's what's up.
Yeah.
I love that. That's beautiful.
Yeah.
Oh no, he's not Pauly. I'm just saying him and DJ always battle.
Yeah. I'm
throughout
just
their-
saying.
Yeah.
you know.
Yeah, but DJ, yeah, he gonna have
That's
a nice
what's up.
career.
I
in,
love
Clemson.
I love
Yeah.
that. I love that.
Especially, I mean, Trevor Lawrence is still there, but
Yeah.
like,
He's
he
out.
definitely
He's out
gonna
the
pick
door.
up.
He's out
on
after
offense.
this
Yeah,
year.
yeah.
DJ
I
gonna
love
take
that.
over.
I love that. To see Pacific Island parents, man, setting it straight. Yo,
Yeah.
I love that. I love
Yeah.
that because that's majority of our people. We're not big ego type people.
Mm-hmm.
Pacific Islanders are very laid back. We'll let you shine. We'll help. You know what I mean? And so I love that. I love that he's doing that.
Hell
That's
yeah.
crazy. You think the Lakers would have won the championship this
100%.
year? Ooh,
100%.
you,
That's not even a question.
who would have been playing? Who's coming out the East?
And
The East.
That's
That's
a
a
great
tough
question because again the Bucks, but
But
We will
who knows
always
if
say
they
the
finish.
Bucks.
Yeah, who knows if
Toronto
they finish?
too. I mean, they haven't fall off, but they still got a squad over
They
there.
still got a
Yeah.
squad. Miami was
Miami
really
was
good.
going up.
Miami was
Miami was
really
going
good.
up.
He
How was Philly? Were they?
Philly, they were starting to fall apart.
Yeah,
Philly
I heard
fans
something
starting
like
to turn
that.
on Joel.
It's
Joel,
always
yeah, he
Joel.
wanted
Yeah.
to be the bad guy, huh?
Yeah,
I think he's just too soft, man. A lot of these big
Yeah.
men, they try to play the big man game, but they're not
Nah.
ferocious like
I
they
didn't
used to be.
Mhm.
Like
Like
when
easy,
Shaq came
bro.
out, man.
yeah. And Joel is super skilled, man. Such a
Too
great
skilled.
shooter.
Yeah.
He just doesn't take advantage of
Yeah,
it.
if
well
you just
enough.
focus on that.
Yeah.
Good big man. Yeah. He's a,
Yeah, he'll be Anthony Davis if he got a shot down.
most
Yeah,
definitely,
he does have
bro.
a shot down.
Or if
He just,
Yeah.
I don't know. It's just weird, man.
He
It's
doesn't
just weird.
fire off. Well, I mean, when you got Ben Simmons and everyone's investing into Ben Simmons too, you
Yeah.
kind of got to pick and choose your shots too. You know?
Yeah, Embiid, Simmons. I like the dude they picked up,
Tobias Harris.
Tobias Harris.
Yeah.
Dude's cold, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah. He was
I,
a good
just
I
one.
can't
cold.
think of anybody on the East. I mean, that's probably why Durant went East.
Yeah.
Yeah. Him
Cause,
and
nah, cause the West was stacking, bro.
stacked, bro.
Yeah,
He's
but when
still
LeBron
stacked.
comes in
I was
town,
like,
Yeah.
yeah, it was
Yeah.
going over.
Him
I
and
mean,
Kyrie though, bro. It's a scary thought
Yeah,
though.
for
That
sure.
is
Nah,
scary
that
thought.
is
In my
doable right
eyes,
there.
KD is the best basketball player of all time.
Yeah.
KD.
Of all time?
Yeah.
Of all
I
time.
was-
He's a GOAT already.
Of all
Oh,
time.
shit.
Oh, of all time.
Skill wise, of all time. There's literally nobody that can stop the man. Nobody.
That's kind of true.
Oh,
That is
skill.
kinda
Think
true.
of one person that Jordan had problems with that KD will
Skill-wise.
just shoot over.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Skill
I haven't
wise,
seen no one
Skill
lock
wise.
him up yet.
Skill wise.
He hasn't been.
But it's
climbing.
up to him if he's gonna.
Yeah, because I think we had this conversation. Isn't it crazy that Kevin Durant's the greatest player of all time in my eyes, skill wise, but he'll never be in the same conversation as Michael Jordan.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah,
That's
bro.
crazy.
Yeah, that's crazy.
The thing that would
Because that goes back to
killed-
people that know how to win, right?
Yeah.
Mm.
But I mean, it also like if he didn't join,
The Warriors,
State.
right.
you know what I'm saying? If he would have won that title in
OKC.
OKC,
Yeah.
he would have been included. But because he joined the best fucking team in
Yeah.
history, he kind of
He actually left after the Warriors. They blew a 3-1 lead to the Warriors.
Yeah.
And then
Yeah.
the
Yeah.
Warriors had the best record, and then
Mhm.
dude just said, "I'm hopping on."
Jeez,
Yeah.
yo.
Deuces.
Yeah, I can't think of anybody on the East.
yeah.
Because
Yeah,
like LeBron, when he would play defense, you think about the best defenders in the league: LeBron, Kawhi.
Kawhi.
Look at when they play KD.
I know he's still.
He
just
still
shoots right
making
over him.
35,
Nah, bro.
40.
Yeah, he's.
Yeah.
They say he's like 7 foot wearing shoes.
Yeah.
But like, no one's stopping his shot.
No.
man.
No.
Hand in the face, everything.
drive to the
Shoot
basket.
right over you, bro.
I mean, when you're 7
Defense.
foot and you got like 4 feet arms, you know what I'm saying? That's 11 feet you
like-
gotta cover. Ain't gonna happen.
And dude's not slow. Dude is not slow,
Takes
bro.
like 4 strides. And
Strides are
basket.
in.
For real.
I usually I hate this debate. I only do this in closed doors, but because you guys are sports guys, I want to do the Jordan LeBron.
Debate?
Huh?
I've been having it a lot lately.
Yeah, I
too.
know.
Oh, you already know that question.
I hear it all the time, and I always
Yeah.
hear different perspectives, and I love it. So I wouldn't do this if you guys weren't sports guys, but since you guys are, let's go ahead and do it.
Go
Let's
ahead.
jump in.
All right, so I came to a conclusion because I've argued with a lot of people about it since. I came to the conclusion that we just can't compare the two just because the situations both were in. But if you go to all-around skill, if we're going to count about all-around skill, it's got to be LeBron.
Team LeBron.
Yes, sir.
Monikkz goes LeBron.
Yo, if it's
Go ahead.
straight talent wise, it's gotta be LeBron just because, especially now at this point, this is the best shooting he's ever had, and he's old as hell.
Oh,
Like year 17, and he's shooting lights out.
He's shooting
Yeah.
Trey Young
Like,
range.
oh.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
Shoot.
crazy.
Shooter.
With the ugliest
Shooter.
fucking juke where he just pause and then shoot.
Yeah, he just
Mhm.
pulls back.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
the ugliest move, but he's been hitting it all season. So
exactly.
I still gotta go LeBron. To be honest, for the longest I was put MJ first, but lately, especially everything that I've been watching and stuff, I gotta put Kobe first, then MJ, then LeBron. But I think
Mhm.
LeBron slowly is taking MJ's spot.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Exactly.
What about you, Tufa?
Oh, Team LeBron.
Hell
too,
yeah.
man. I mean, like, I was on that MJ wagon, and then after I seen how hard LeBron works,
Yeah.
and like that series, the 3-1, bro, I was like, this dude, the GOAT. I mean, over
Over the
Jordan.
Warriors.
For
Oh,
sure.
over Jordan, yeah.
No, I was like, damn, man, because nobody came back at 3-1 lead in the finals, bro.
Yeah.
Mm.
Against
Never
the
been done.
best freaking team, bro.
And see, this is my thing too. Like, the reason why I put LeBron and Kobe top is because all the super teams started because Boston formed that super team, but they formed that super team to beat LeBron in the Eastern Conference and to beat Kobe in the finals.
Exactly.
That's the only reason why they formed
that's a
that
good one.
team.
That's a good one.
You know what I mean? So you had to have another team form a super team just to beat those two guys.
Right.
MJ
Exactly.
didn't have that opportunity.
Mm.
So
Hell yeah.
to me, I gotta put LeBron above. You know?
Yeah. And MJ had the same. I'm not gonna say like, but MJ had the same squad for those
Yeah.
championships,
Yeah, he did.
man. Like, and he also had Phil Jackson as a coach, bro. Like,
Phil
LeBron did not have a coach, bro.
Yeah,
Like,
name one good coach LeBron had.
LeBron.
that's what I'm
Larry
saying,
Brown.
LeBron James. Bro, I was like, damn,
LeBron,
dude.
yo.
He literally, like, I mean, straight out of high school, came to the Cleveland Cavaliers and took them, all the way.
Shit.
That's
No,
always
that's
been
the
my
thing.
biggest argument
Yep.
is MJ and Kobe only won championships with Phil.
Right.
LeBron's
what I
won
was saying.
championships
Yeah.
without a elite coach.
Like,
No,
I
without-
love Michael and Kobe, but, like, they also had Phil Jackson. Like,
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
it's like
yeah.
saying, like, oh, yeah, he had Bill Belichick.
For sure.
Right.
That's the
But
whole
the-
Brady and Belichick thing.
The difference for me too is like, look at LeBron had people to lean on like Kyrie to shoot that shot.
Yeah.
Exactly.
He had people to lean on like D Wade to carry them and show him that championship pedigree. Kobe
Allen.
was really that guy when it was the game, hit balls in his hands.
Yeah.
He ain't passing it,
Yeah.
True.
and he's
Kobe.
winning.
Yeah.
And
Kobe
if you put
for sure.
MJ or LeBron on that team that Kobe had when they had Paul Gasol and all those other no names like Sasha
Mhm.
Vujacic,
Wasn't
and all that,
happening.
yeah, they wouldn't win a championship.
Yep.
So Kobe got
Most
to be one.
definitely.
That's See, I love being devil's advocate. I can't do that on this one.
Yeah.
Like to me, it's LeBron. Like, and the reason, and I'm a team player, and if I had a
Facts.
player on my team that was elevating the team,
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
you can take me to the finals with Igauskas. That's our second best player. Igauskas. You got us here with Igauskas
bro, for real.
against the top three or the big three. Like, dude, that's like, man.
You had
to me,
Eric
it's
Snow
LeBron.
at point guard.
I didn't even know that.
Right. Bro,
But like when LeBron leaves,
Yeah.
the drop. You know, Jordan left. Bulls are still competitive.
Yeah.
That's crazy. That's it. To me, that's it. I mean, yeah, we can talk skill wise, player, the numbers. My biggest numbers is the team
For
because it's a
sure.
team sport. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
Michael Phelps. You know, he's by himself. So yeah, you the GOAT because you by yourself out there, no one else to lean on, and so but LeBron doing it with the team, bro. I love that shit. I love
exactly, bro.
Team
And,
LeBron,
and another thing is like people don't look at LeBron as like one of the top, all-time scorers, but like if he wanted to score,
yeah, he could
like,
go do
he
it.
would score.
He would do
like that's the thing. Like LeBron's not. He's a team player. Like he passed the ball. That's why his assist is like crazy.
Yeah.
And
crazy.
he cares about that. But if he wanted to score, bro, it's over, bro.
Yeah, for
You know
sure.
how scary 6'8", 265 is coming
That's
towards
what I
you?
was saying.
If he went NFL,
bro.
Oh, that's the whole
bro.
debate about
I
it.
know.
bro.
I know. Would you want him on the Niners as tight end?
Hell yeah. See, Vernon Davis.
Over George Kittle?
Oh, yeah.
What? I say yeah. I would only say no because I'm loyal, but I'd rather be. I'd take LeBron, bro.
LeBron is a little more athletic.
Can
Yeah, he's
LeBron
more
put
athletic.
defenders on their back on a block like George Kittle
He may
can?
not, but
If
he's
he
the greatest
focused.
athlete.
Practice.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm sure he can do it.
Dude's in the weight room too.
Hey, he
man.
would not
that's
be
true.
tight end. He's
Yeah.
running back.
You think so?
He's my running back and my pulling guard.
Big ball. For real.
Definitely
He's my
just
punter.
lob that shit.
The first time ever, the running back motions to a pull guard motions to running back. Like, what the hell?
Hell no, I'll put him at free safety and just pick everything off.
Bro.
He's fast enough to get to anything, you know?
Hell yeah, he's
You don't even
athletic.
got to tackle. Let the strong safety take
This
that.
guy. Yeah.
Just go and get every interception.
Here's my
ball.
last sports question. If you can bring back a classic NBA team, what would those two teams be?
Like for a game?
Yeah, for a game.
What you got?
I don't even care about divisions or anything. Just a game, a classic game.
Shaq and Kobe
Shaq and Kobe versus who?
versus the Detroit Pistons. It's running back. It's running back.
Nice.
Ooh.
That shit was.
'Cause they should have won if there was no drama.
For sure. For
That
sure.
was crazy.
If there was no drama.
That was crazy.
To be honest, I want to see that Shaq and Kobe versus the old school Pistons where they were the bad boys. Because they were dirty. When they had
Yeah.
Rodman and they had all
they
yeah,
would
yeah.
nah,
Bro, they were
dude. That wouldn't even be a
nasty.
good one, yo.
Well, Shaq
Lakers
was
was
nasty.
Who? Shaq and Kobe versus them?
Yeah.
Oh, they definitely gonna have beef. Like all of them would have been
Fall
fouled out.
out.
All of them would be eating Shaq's nuts.
Right.
Like,
To be honest,
Dude,
that would have
yeah,
been easy to be
Round,
honest.
bro.
I'm just talking like ferocity wise, like that Rodman and I forgot the big white boy they had.
Bill Laimbeer. You
Bill
think he?
Laimbeer.
Oh yeah.
You think he lasts in the league today?
With Shaq?
No, but I think
hell
they're
no.
dirty, especially back then because of how dirty
The
they played.
rules.
They would have never let him get to the hole. Or if they did,
Mm.
Shaq is going
They're
to
gonna
bloody.
try. They'll try.
Well, that's what I'm
They'll
saying. Like,
definitely
they will
rough 'em up.
fight that
It
dude
would be a
on
fun.
the
It would be a
court.
fun game to watch. Though.
That's
what
Yeah.
I'm saying.
Shaq would do Kevin Hart's security. Where you going? What you doing?
Hey, bro. For true. Fair enough.
Definitely.
Yo.
But yeah, I mean that would have been interesting. You know,
Yeah.
just to see them like what would they do with Shaq?
Who's the bigger dog?
Yeah, like
Yeah.
who are they gonna rough him up? 'Cause
Yeah.
Shaq is pretty rough, bro.
Heck yeah.
Shaq
Yeah.
will get in your face,
For
bro.
sure. For sure.
Did he slap Charles Barkley?
Yeah. Even after retirement.
Even after retirement, yeah.
Yeah, that's those are good ones.
Oh, how about you?
Bro, I have no idea. I mean, it'd be with the Houston Rockets because I would love to watch the Dream play with Drexler.
Hell yeah.
I'm a big fan of those guys. I don't like the Houston Rockets. For some reason I don't know. I like
You
Drexler?
see Drexler?
I like Hakeem because no, I didn't see them personally, but through the videos that we have
But they're
available, they're smooth, they're quiet, they're mature. They're just like we're just here to play basketball.
For sure.
Like Duncan Robinson type. But I don't know. They look beast. So it'd be a Houston versus somebody.
Yo, Sonics.
I love my
You got
Sonics, yo.
Supersonics,
I love
man?
my Sonics, yo. Yo, this how bad it was. I never, the Jordan interviews. I mean, not interviews.
The Last Dance.
Yeah, The Last Dance has been coming out. Anytime you see a Jordan highlight, you never see him against the Sonics.
Yeah, that's true.
How bad that
That's
final
true.
was.
Yeah.
I'm looking at all the iconic Jordan moments that were captured on film, and I never see him
Sonics.
against Sonics. It was just like that was a trash final.
Yeah,
I was like,
Yeah.
y'all should
They
not
actually
have
made it to the
been there.
finals.
Dang, man, that's what I was like. Yeah, that's surprising. But I got nothing. I would just want to see Hakeem and Drexler play for some reason.
Then here's my question to you then, Oos, if you're a big Sonic fan. Would you bring back the Sonics or would you bring a team to Hawaii?
Fuck. See, Hawaii needs a team.
Yeah, man.
Yes, sir.
Sonics had their chance. I go Hawaii.
Yeah.
Sonics had their chance. Oh my God, yo. You know how loyal Hawaiians are to the Bows?
Bro.
They are so, to the volleyball team, the football, they are so loyal to that.
Definitely.
I don't even know if their baseball is good, but I see people at the baseball games. If they had a professional team. First of all, Max Holloway is their professional team, and they love that guy.
Or even Alimale.
Yeah, see what I'm saying?
McFarland, she's the women's champion at the very first Bellator fight in Hawaii.
If they had a professional team, it's a wrap. Like, that's all you would see.
For sure.
And they deserve it. They deserve it. It'd be expensive than a motherfucker, but it'd be worth it. They definitely need a team, so I'd go with them. I'd go Hawaii.
That's a good pick.
Dang, man, that's a good one. That's a good question.
You said bring Sonics back or bring Hawaii?
Fuck the Sonics. Y'all had your chance. Y'all had your chance. Because I hear Kings have been trying to move over.
They should.
Yeah, but the owners are blocking. I don't know why.
Same thing with the Jags. The Jags been trying to move to the UK for the past couple of years, but they're not moving. Yeah.
Holy shit.
Because the UK wants to build a football team. They want to go international in the NFL now.
Oh shit.
Yeah, so the UK is trying to get a team. Mexico is trying to get a team.
Oh shit.
And I forgot the other country. I think it's another European.
Samoa had a team. Maybe it wouldn't make sense, but I'm just saying.
They'll be out there with no pads.
I was thinking Canada.
Everybody
since, like they're right there.
I think they're too nice.
Yeah,
I think they like hockey.
They like their own.
Well, you got like a
football.
lot of NFL players that go to play Canada football.
Yeah.
You know, like you can use like just like how Toronto is with
the basketball.
Yeah.
True.
That's crazy.
True.
That's what's up, man.
That's one thing that people don't think about though. Like when you play for another team that's in another country, how does that money convert?
Yeah, you're right.
You know what I'm saying?
like,
Because that's not American dollars no more. Like, is the negotiation different? Is like, you know what I'm saying? Like, how does that work?
See,
Never thought of that.
Toronto,
Yeah.
you're getting paid hella, and then you see
American dollars, you don't make nothing.
all these pesos. I want to play for Toronto now.
That's all yours, yo.
Baseball, baseball too.
Oh shit, yo. Monikkz and DJ out here again. Go check out the podcast, TUF BLOCK PODCAST on YouTube, on all the podcasts you can stream. Yo, I love having you guys here. It's hard because there's so much that we could talk about, but I wouldn't want to air it.
Right.
You know what I mean? You move quietly. You know,
Right.
and that's what we us people do. That's what Pacific Islanders are really good at. Some Pacific Islanders. Right. We move quietly because it's just better that way. But the men that are sitting here with us right now, Monikkz and DJ, are one of those guys. And these guys have a bright future. They got minds. They got brain cells that are working, yo. And I love that. And I get goosebumps. I get chills. And I hate talking because, like, when y'all don't know because it happened before we recorded. But when we talk, like, I go off. Because, like, my mind is like, dude, I don't even know where to start. Like, we could do this for hours to pick out all this stuff. You know what I mean?
Hell yeah.
But the future Pacifica, yo, is looking pretty nice, yo. It's looking pretty nice. Good start. Knowing that there's other podcasts out there doing this and kind of stepping on their own. Because podcasts ain't easy. Like I said, the concept of things are easy, but the execution is the hard part. You know what I mean? So to set up your stuff, set up your mic, and go, all right, ready? Let's go do this, and it's real scary because we don't have a Joe Rogan.
Yeah,
we don't have our guy that I'm sure they're out there, but they were, we don't know who they are, but so there's really no one to model this to,
for sure.
But know that these guys here, DJ and Monikkz, got big plans. They got big plans, y'all. I'm really happy, yo. I can't wait. Like I said, there's more stuff that we got to talk about that we're going to stop the recording so we can talk about it because it's way more important. Yeah. But before we go, is there any last words from each of you? And these are words that just goes out to the world, goes out to the community, the people who listen. Any last words of wisdom, anything you want to say?
Yeah, let's spread peace and love and accept everybody. All lives can't matter until Black Lives Matter. Exactly. And thank you guys for having me on. I really appreciate it.
Hell yeah. First and foremost, man, thank y'all, man. I mean, from the very first time I reached out to Sam, I was like, man, I gotta get in connection with these guys, man. I after watching your first couple of podcasts, I'm like, okay, now our people are moving, and it's beautiful to find people that are trying to progress the same way.
Yeah.
Like y'all don't really understand, and that's one thing that we were talking about too is like. we're the footnote. We're the stepping stone, like I said yesterday, but we're opening this avenue to our people just by having this conversation, just by doing these podcasts.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? Like we're helping changing our people to progress forward, but all people as well. You know what I mean? When it comes to everything that's happening, if you stay busy, you don't have time to worry about other people. Keep yourself busy. Put your energy into something that you want to leave your legacy in. You know what I mean? If you focus on that, then we wouldn't be rioting. We wouldn't be sitting here talking about Black Lives Matter because you're too busy working on yourself. You're too busy. You know what I mean? Then you'll understand another person's perspective. Like I said, thank you guys again, man, for having me on, man. I love this. I love this platform. And make sure y'all check out SupaflySua podcast, man.
Yes, sir.
If any of our listeners are out here, man, y'all better subscribe,
yes,
man.
sir.
Because big things are coming.
Yes,
I'm
sir.
telling you, SupaflySua podcast and TUF BLOCK podcast, man. We're gonna take this all the way. Hell yeah. So make sure y'all subscribe, like, comment, man. Just show love.
Yes,
That's
sir.
it.
And my bad. I think I found the answer to the police department when we were trying to figure it out. I can sum it up in 2 words: Power Rangers.
Yo,
Okay. All right, we're out of here.
we're gonna pick the top 6 people. Y'all each choose a color.
Y'all pick what color y'all want to be, which ranger y'all want to be.
Monikkz will be your Zordon.
DJ will be your alfalfa.
Alfalfa, bro.
Oh no!
You said alfalfa, bro. It's over, dog. Alfalfa is it.
Yo,
Alfalfa is it.
Oh,
people sleeping on alfalfa. Oh man, I forgot about that. Yo, I love that. And don't be afraid to reach out, Pacifica, my peoples, man. And that's true. I still remember the day where we were contacted, and it happens a lot. I like I said, when we started this podcast, we didn't know there was anyone else out there. You can go to episode 1, be like, "Cause there ain't nobody else out here doing this."
We thought the same. We said the same
Like,
exact
that's
thing.
us.
Oh,
and then
God,
literally the moment we posted that, they're like, "Book, book, book." I was like, "Whoa!" And I'm looking at each one. I'm like, "Yo, there's another one. Oh, there's another." So I love it.
We were excited
And I reach out. I got no shame in my game.
Yes, sir.
I reach out to anyone and everyone because you never know.
Never
You know what I
know.
mean? You just never know. And there's some people I reach out and there was a nothing. Some people I reach out and we're like, oh, we're cooking, you know?
For sure.
So there's a lot of people out there, man. There's a lot of Pacific people out there.
God will put
and
the right people in you.
Exactly. You gotta like lower your ego and just be welcoming to all ideas and welcome to all people. And life is short.
For sure.
Sooner or
Facts.
later, we're gonna be 60, 70 like that. You know what I mean? So like, live life now and just enjoy it, man. It's a strange world, but it's a lot. You know, it'll be a lot easier if you roll it with the people you know. You know what I mean? Be kind to everyone. So I really appreciate you guys being here, man. Really appreciate it. Turn
From the
into
block.
the TUF BLOCK podcast, ladies and gentlemen. We got Monikkz here. We got DJ.
Yes,
Chee.
sir.
Yes, sir.
Spread love, not hate. Let's go.
Let's
Chee.
go.
Boost love.
Appreciate it.